Thank you for waiting. I'd like to react sa headline lang ng Inquirer. Says that Duterte rebuffs Marcos. It was not really intended to be that way. There was mixed signals actually. And I am part of the fault in the sense that I was vacillating in the days past. Kaya tsaka nag-announce kasi si Miriam Santiago na ang katandem niya si Bongbong. And so there was this lack of communications. I say that's a product of a mixed signals. But actually, a rebuff is a harsh term. I do not mean to rebuff friends. I had a talk with Bongbong Marcos last night, and we will be together sa Sarangani ngayon. It's just unfortunate, I said that the correct signals were not given at the right time. But certainly, hindi yung rebuff na in the sense na sinabi ko, sorry nga. I had to patiently explain to him the circumstances of my decision and the timing. And of course, I said, what led to this mixed up. Hindi naman sabihin, wala akong signal na correct from Bongbong noon. So Senator Cayetano was there, and he also offered to be a part of my team, and so I accepted. It's just ayaw ko kasi maglaro. It's a matter of honor for me. When I said that I'm for Cayetano, kami ang kasama. Filed my COC for the presidency just a few minutes after I withdrew my COC as city mayor of Davao City. So, matter of minutes after withdrawing, about 5 minutes, 10 minutes after, my lawyers filed my certificate of candidacy.
Who's the lawyer?
I think it would be Attorney Delgra of Davao City or si Bongbong Medialdia. He's the son of the late Justice Medialdia, the former provincial fiscal of Davao City when Davao was only one. He's a close friend of mine. Pareho kaming eskwelahan, and I requested him to just do it. The reason why I had to, a part of the lawyer's tactics, maybe to play the rigmarole. Ba't ako maglalaro? Hindi naman bata yung harap ko ng mga tao na Pilipino. Talagang, I said, I have a problem with the family. My wife is sick, and kagaling-galing ko lang doon sa kanya. And dito other reasons. But I really do not know what brought me to this crossroads in life. I am 70 years old. I am not dying. But of course, as I grow old, health problems would bug me. Baski sino yung tatay, nung medisina ng tatay mo, yun ang medisina ko. For an average Filipino at my age, I suppose that I do not want to derogate myself, but kaya para sa akin, unahin mo na muna kilatis yung mga apat. Forget about me first. Mauna lang yung, if you want a very good economist, then there's Mar. The brilliant mind, there's Senator Santiago. If you want a guy who's been at work with local governments, and I'm sure that would carry him the day, si Mayor Binay. And Grace, she's a very decent and graceful woman. So ayaw ko in this campaign, I will not maasahan niya, hindi ako papasok ng black propaganda. Maybe I would answer yung valid ones, but kung yung mga chismis, yung ganong binastos, hindi mo maasahan dyan. So I will just continue to speak my truth. For after all, I said initially, I just wanted a day in my life so that I can face the Filipino people and speak my truth. Na talagang para sa akin, yung kay Grace, it's not a matter of si Grace na tao. Yung iba, they belittle begging the issue about the Constitution. We have a problem. Because pag hindi ninyo, we are all strangers. Different tribes, different dialects, different cultures, different idiosyncrasies. We are almost a varied nation. The only thing that holds us together, the Tausogs and the Ilocanos and the Bicolanos and the Ilonggos, is that piece of document, a paper called the Constitution. Pag hindi ninyo sinunod yan, what will prevent others? For example, BBN, it's fraught with so many intrusions into our constitutions. So it was revised not to tailor fit what the Moro people would want from this government. Now I would say that it's a violation of the Constitution. Hindi naman, pareho yan sa atin. Just an average Filipino magsabi siya, well, if you continue to ignore the Constitution, why are you now citing that there are so many violations of the Constitution in the BBN? We are now free. Ayaw ninyo maniwala eh. Bakit kami? See? Now, it's very... Di naman, I do not want to insult, but do not tell me to abide at this early of this set decision. It will go on appeal, and even before that, there's going to be a memorandum, MR, review, motion, or whatever. At this stage, nobody is bound by that thing, lalo na kaming mga abogado. It has to be the final arbiter of this nation. When the Supreme Court says that that is it, then at that time, I would say that, Amen. Pinag-aralan namin ng 4 na taon. Bakit mo? It's a very simple matter. Grace is a Filipino. And if she claims that she was adopted or that treaty sa a stateless person, bestowing upon her the citizenship of the Philippines, says that she can be considered or deemed to be a citizen of this country. Period. Wala naman sinabi, and they are also deemed to be natural born. Natural born is you do not have to do anything at all to prove that you are a Filipino. Yun lang. Ambisyon. Sabi nga sa inyo, 22 years as mayor, congressman, 1 term, another 3 years sa anak ko. But ang sabi ko kanina, I'm sad because I've lost my privacy. Pagpasok ko sa airport kahapon, I was really trying to avoid. Yung kaharap ko pang gano'n na, flag lights and everything. So, mga tao, of course, understandable kasi ang tinatakbuhan mo, presidente. I can understand even if you are really ugly or handsome, but it's the position that counts. Wala akong nanghinayang. I have enough accolades in my life to last me a lifetime. I need not be president to fulfill any other dream in life. So, somebody filed a certificate COC kanina. So, I may use the term again. I have crossed the bridge of Rubicon, and there is no turning back. I place my future entirely in the hands of God. Kayo Allah. I am ready to answer your questions. Sir.
Sir.
Yes, Regalado.
Pwede ba to? Hello, sir, good afternoon. After how many months of being able, you were able to hold everybody on hold eh. Galing ng ano mo, you are your own strategist, you are your own spokesperson, because nobody can speak for you. You are your own lahat, advisor and everything. You don't really have an advice. Pero galing ng pagka ano, now you have crossed the Rubicon. Tapos, what would be the next few days na ano ang what would we expect of a Duterte campaign in the next few days after everything in the past few months?
I will not ask for money from anybody, especially the moneyed people. I do not want to be compromised into utang na loob. In the next few days, you are correct, and that is a very good question. I will look for money to finance my campaign. I am not a pauper. I can live comfortably after retirement, but certainly that money cannot be used because I would get sick, I would need oxygen, I would have to pay hospitalization. I do not want to burden my children to do it for me. Well, maghanap ako ng pera. And maybe dito lang muna ako sa Davao kasi you know that baka sabihin ng mga tao ginagamit ko yung pera ng I have to travel and I cannot use the money of government. It's crazy.
Sir.
Then you want to talk about morality, tapos inuuna mo nang nagpapagastos ka.
Sir, follow up lang po kay Mayor Inday.
Ayaw daw niya muna, sabi niya.
Ayaw mo muna?
Pagkatapos ko.
Ikaw
She does not want to talk in front of me.
Okay. Ganito lang, sir. Ano ang magiging, what is this? In terms of campaign, the involvement of the rest of the family, yung family members, paano yun? Will you come up with a strategy, with a mechanism?
Well, I just came from the hospital. I said, my wife has got cancer. Hindi ko na kailangan taguin yan kasi lalabas yan eh. Kaya nga naging parang nabastos kami because si Marroas, at least yung kampo niya nagpalabas ng about cancer sa throat. So people will be starting to ask. Natural yan eh. Curious yung tao. Eventually, lalabas yung sa asawa ko. And she's sick. Kaya dismayed kami kay Mar. And maybe in the soul searching, maybe one of the reasons also na talagang kinakagat ko yung dilag was yung sabi ko, alam mo itong mga politiko, do not take me outside of the loop. Itong mga politiko, pagka pumasok ito ng black propaganda, hanap ko yun. Yung mga tao na sisirain lang niya, si Duterte, maraming babae, gano'n. Totoo naman. Si Duterte, pinapatay yung tao, totoo naman. You know, itong sabi nila na pumapatay ako ng tao. We have lost a part of this generation to drugs. Putang ina. And our children, pati tayo, have lost the right sa ating bayan na magpunta ka kung saan-saan, unmolested ka, unharmed. We have lost the right to use the streets at night. Doon sa ibang lugar, ganun. Hindi ka makapaglakad kasi kung hindi ka hold upin, patayin ka. You know, I do not pretend to be a prophet here. Pero if I make it to the Pasig, that has to stop. I will not allow the criminals to control the lives of the Filipinos. I will control their life. It's either you do not take away our freedom, our hard, alam mo, on average, family, marami yan. Nagpag-aral yung anak, nag-uutang pagdating sa high school, college. I will not allow you to do that. May problema tayo. Mga addict kayo. So, itong mga drug lords, wala naman itong anak na nandyan sa droga. Itong mga police sa Maynila, they have taken over. Drugs is being manufactured or produced right there in the correctional facility of Bilibid Prison. That has to stop. Corruption has to stop. Hindi ako nagmakalinis, lahat tayo. Even in and out of government. Government, yes. Hindi ako nagpapakalinis sa inyo. I have my dark sides. I have my faults. Bahala na ang Pilipino sa atin. I have my record. I stand by it as a prosecutor and as mayor for the longest time. Yan ang ko. Tell me what my credentials to the presidency. Then I'd say Davao is Exhibit A. Ngayon, dito sa Davao, hindi sabihin ito malinis itong bayan na to. It's not perfect. So that maybe I said, kung dating ako doon sa Pasig, I can promise you, not heaven, but I will promise you a comfortable life. Corruption has to stop. Criminality has to stop. Either makuha ko ang gusto ko, or you perish. Magprangkahan na lang tayo. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Patayan yan. Yung mga drug lords, mahirapan kayong, you have to transfer. Go to somewhere else. Maghanap kayo ng bayan dito sa balat ng mundo na pwede kayong magkapera sa droga. Because if I make it, inshallah, tapos yan. I will not tolerate. It's either ma-deliver ko o mag-resign ako. That's what I've been telling you guys sa Davao. Either maka-deliver ako o mag-resign ako, ibigay ko sa iba. Or give it to the military and the police. They're better armed, better prepared to deal with violence. Pero ako, sabihin ko sa inyo, hindi talaga ako papayag. Hindi ako papayag na I have to give the freedom to use the streets, the plazas, any time of the day or night. Short of that is a failure. Pero hindi ko tatanggapin yan, lalo na droga, pati criminality, corruption. Yung tanim, balat, tanim, talagang huminto ngayon. Hindi ako nagbibiro. May napakain na ako, hindi bala pero coin. Mas malusot yung bala kasi maliit lang. Kakainin talaga ninyo yan. Then if I charge of whatever, I will step down. Kasi I deliver or I fail. Dito sa dalawa. Economy, well, it will follow. What we need is the infrastructure, even the airport. We have to close the country for so many days because we do not have the infrastructures. And even on ordinary day, you fly, you're way late there sa airport. Delay. Why? Because there are so many airplanes circling around the Manila International Airport. And there's the club, we spent billions, and dinagdagan na lang sana nila ng ilang billion, then could have built a fast train para magamit. Walang ibang airport magamit. Nakdang. So, wag na yung economy. You just provide an infrastructure. You decongest. Yung export, pati import, nagsasalubong sa isang daan, sa isang pantalan. Huwag na yung economy, simple lang. Economy, if you are an exporter or an importer, the rule is the law of supply and demand. Pag wala yan dito, mag-i-import ka. Pag na-benta yan sa labas ng marami, then you export. So what is the rule? You look for the fastest na magdating yung export mo or import mo, the cheapest, which is really the freight, and the safest, na hindi ma-hijack yun. Huwag na yung principles of economy. Lahat tayo dumaan ng economics, yan ang naalaala ko. Ay yung professor namin dyan sa NEDA, that's what he said to us. Law of supply and demand. You build the infrastructures, build the ports, build the airports. Isang airport lang itong bayan na ito. Of 100 million, you have only one airport. Kung pupunta ka ng Maynila, yung Department of Agriculture dito sa Mindanao yan, wala bang agriculture doon sa Manila, puro semento. Then maybe the OTC can go for Cebu. You have to decongest not only the people and the goods, you have to decongest government.
Mayor, may we know kung pag-file kanina, you have signed the Pilipilaban?
Yan ang problema kay wala. Sila naman nag-file doon. Oh, pero tinatanong niya ang perma eh. Ewan ko. Sila man ang mga abogado ang bright. Well, DQ. So, at my age, I'd be happy to accept anything. What fate awaits me. Wala na akong matalo, gano'n, manalo. Same to me. When you reach 70 years old, you get wisdom. And you would know how to balance everything.
Wala, nag-sign ganit siya.
Kape kaya.
Sir,
Sila. Nandito na ako sa Maynila eh.
sign na yan ang iyadaan.
Ano yan?
Naka-picture dito gani? Nag-sign sa Facebook?
Picture ninyo ni Bongbong, nagpirma ka sa citizenship.
Marami kong pinirmahan sa buhay ko. Ano ka man? You ask Comelec again. I do not bother me with that question.
Sir,
But maybe it's fake.
how would you reconcile your stand on federalism in case you win as President of the Philippines?
I don't have to resign because simultaneously I will go against corruption, criminality, droga, and I will start the nationwide consensus if it will be accepted by the Filipino people. You do not alter the Constitution by yourself unless you are a dictator. But of course, kung ikaw na mag-isa, mas madali. But the problem is, you have to get the electables to do it. Of course, the Constitutional Convention. Hindi ako mag-congress.
Will there be a big announcement?
Ito na nga eh, kaya kita tinawag, ano ka man?
Anak ka ba dili? Gusto na itong...
Na, kilala ninyo ako. Since when did I go for a big bash? Didikit ang dila ka.
Wala
Wala
budget.
na ako.
May budget.
Wala budget.
So, you said you're standing by Senator Cayetano as your Vice President.
Yeah, I'm
Even
standing
if
by my word.
by your word. What if PDP Laban?
Ma'am, PDP laban talaga ako ever since.
How about Cayetano, sir?
Well, but it does not really matter actually. It would be a coalition. He's a nationalista.
But Bongbong is also nationalist.
Yes.
So he could also bring your
There will be a coalition. Or an
Yeah,
alliance.
wala. Alliance, loose alliance.
And so there is loose alliance between you and Bongbong.
Sort of, kasi nandiyan na yan.
Okay.
Mayor, I mean, the vote for you, will it mean also a vote for federalism? If you're
Yes,
going to carry
yes.
federalism?
Actually, that would be the centerpiece of my administration. That's what I promised. Akala siguro niyo nagbibiro ako. Kaya ako umiikot noon. Sinasakyan lang talaga ng mga politiko. I was there for federalism because nakita ko yung BBL. You know, I'm a lawyer. I'm from Mindanao. And I know the bigotry outside of Mindanao. Layo ang. Alam mo, marami pa dito na ayaw ng mga Muslim kasi madumi, kasi, you know, nakita ko na yan. That's why I exactly as I predicted to myself. That is why, pag nakita ko, it would fall apart. Then I would just ask my Moro brothers, let's try federalism. Total, nag-usap kami ni Murad, Alonto, sila Sema. It's acceptable to them. Ewan ko si Murad, but I had a talk with a quick conversation with Jafar about 2 months ago. I hope that they would accept the changes. Kasi pareho na rin eh. Then I would suggest that we leave the BBL territory as it is drafted or crafted now.
Sir, how different would your campaign be? Dili ka ba mag-based on, kasi laing ka about, what is this? Wala kayo mention about tinapa and udong. Because most of those mga politicians would be based on tinapa and udong.
Wala ako. Basta I would improve the law and order situation for the foreigners to come in. And I would promise them na everything would be as we, sige, pumasok kayo ng Pilipinas. Wala namang ibang economics yan eh. It's really, government is not into business. You need the money of the private sector, businessmen, mga investors. The only way that they would go in is really that they are assured of the continuity or a continuous business activity and they can get profits. Walang negosyante ni Kano o ni Afrikano o Arabo papasok dito na malugi. Or at the end of the day, bali, ang balance sheet niya is tabla lang. They would go in for the profit. So you must assure them that they should have the profit. Walang economy, simple lang. Create the environment, let them in, then we go for changes sa ating economic provisions. Marami kasing, alam mo, isang firma sa isang department, it's about, basta isang gobyerno dito, I have not counted really. About 20 signatures. Anak na, I would only 5. And I would give you a month. Dito sa Davao, you process the permits and alam niyo ito ka Davao, 3 days. After 3 days, you cannot release the papers anymore. You have to give it to me with an explanation. Why? It took you more than 72 hours to act on it. Hindi na, I do not give me that shit about each department. It could be the Justice Department. I'll give you 60 days. If you cannot hack it, hindi mo kaya umalis ka.
But do you already have the cabinet?
Wala.
Ha?
Wala. Sa totoo lang wala.
Wala ka pang naisip na
Kasi, kung makahanap ng pamasahe, gusto kong pumunta sa Bisaya. Marami akong imbitasyon, pati sa Bicol. Alang-alang naman yung pera ko gamitin ko. Kung gano'n, di kayo na lang mag-presidente. Withdraw ako.
Are you happy?
Mayor, you said you're like...
I am here to fulfill something in my life. Sabi ko nga, I just needed one day in my life to face the Filipino people to speak my truth. That's the, sabi ko dyan sa agreement.
So Mayor, ngayon trending ang issue ito ngayon, you're filing your candidacy sa social media. Any message po, anong pwedeng gawin ng pangkaraniwang Pilipino to show their support to you? Ano po pwedeng gawin?
But, you know, I said, you go and review take a look at our credentials. If you think that Mar is good, you need more than just an ordinary economist. Ako hindi. What I got was and of course I read a lot yung about economy. Mayor ako eh. Then the provisions sa ating economic laws na medyo topsy-turvy. We have to have a code of economics dito. Department don't give it shit about 48 signatures. Putang ina. Pagka gano'n, upuan mo lang yung papel, that generates corruption. Yan talaga. Sabi tayong taga-gobyerno, I'm addressing you. Lahat tayo, hindi ako nagpapakalinis. We have to stop. I am not excluding myself. We have to stop corruption. Ayaw kong manakit ng tao, mga kriminal, ayaw kong pumatay. At this early magkaintindihan na tayo kasi na-file na yung certificate of candidacy ko.
Mayor, senatorial line-up.
Huwag lang sana tayo magkahiyaan.
May senatorial line-up po, Mayor.
Last question
Senatorial line-up.
Before December 10, at least before December 10, I would be in a position to give you some names.
Last question from
But not
Manuel
really.
Cayo ng Business Mirror.
Yes, Miss President.
Si June Ledesma. Bakit last dyan?
President Dari mo yan!
Tayo mo sila. Ano I was told that Pacquiao. Yes, June.
In your 5 days after you were elected in your first term as mayor, you had breakfast with Regional Development Council Chairman Chico
The late Chito Ayala.
Yes. By work of accident, he was there. And you made pledges. The two of you made a pledge. You said, I'll take care of the peace and order condition. And Chito Ayala said, we will take care of the business.
Yes, that should be it.
Will that be the same policy
Yes.
if you are going to?
I will create the environment for the Philippines, especially in areas which is really of interest to the investors, entrepreneurs. Kagaya ng gano'n. I do not want anybody kidnapping a foreigner. Nako. Sabi ko nga, gusto mo, magtrabaho na lang tayo. Kung wala ng iba, I will dig deeper, Pasig River, so that bigyan ko ng trabaho. We shovel the soil on the under. Kung walang trabaho dyan, baligo tayo lahat. Pero yung droga, stop. The oppression of the Filipino. Yan nga ang galit ako.
Mayor, sabi mo before na
My
nakipag-meeting ka
second
sa...
question.
Yes, I have to finish June's.
It's a question, it's a request. I want to see a scene where Mayor Inday Sara will stand by at your back and she places her left hand on your shoulder.
Okay, father and daughter and father. Quite melodramatic, but I will give in to it. It's a bit corny.
We have your picture with
Yes,
future president.
we would gladly oblige to that. I think it's a melodramatic one. And I would also like a scene where
Lapis ako man.
Really, any question? Yes?
Mayor, you've said said before that you had a meeting with the big businessmen like Pangilinan, Razon.
Yes, totoo yan. I would name again. Nag-usap kami ni Gary Lopez. I hope he would not take it
Have they
against me.
declared their support to you?
Hindi, tanong lang nila natin tatakbo ako.
After that,
Pangilinan, Razon, Lucio Co, Lucio Tan, his spouses, Villas. Sabi nga ni Ma'am, sabi niya, tumakbo kami, tulong kami. Yung Ma'am, malabo man. Kayo, and there never was an occasion that sinabi kong gusto kong tumakbo o gusto kong. Ang media ko na magsabi, urong-sulong yung igit. Wala. Pero pa magsabi, yung mga leaders sumakay, sabi ito, he will be a good candidate. Sabi niya, pwede ito. So, Duresa started it with his column. Tapos ito si Panelo. Tapos, yun ang gusto ko sana parilin noon eh.
Mayor,
June Ledesma.
with all due respect, may
Yung
ano lang.
mga media, in-night ninyo ako. Kinagat ng Maynila, ako na ang kontrabida. Kasi ako yung urong-sulong.
Last na rin.
Last no.
Okay, last. Susan Roses.
Naubos mo yung kindi karami dyan.
Ay, hindi. Inubos niya ako, hindi akin yan. Hindi, si Susan Roses did not say anything, out there. What can you say of the silence of Grace,
I would say
It
that
speaks volume or what?
it speaks of respectability. Now, putang ina nandyan.
Kanina pa man yan. Wala ka pa niya.
Yung ano ganun. Ako naman sabi ko, ayaw ko. I will not be drawn into a muddy campaign. So, kung mga patay-patayan yan, totoo yan, babae, totoo yan, period. Grab and corruption, wala yan. Matagal na akong naalis sa trabaho, gano'n.
May balik ko contact kung ipang-mention mo mga names.
I will not.
But
Pati mo dahil pa.
They're still around. They're still there. Nadia ka
They're still
na.
waiting.
I don't know. I want them to invest in the country. If they think that they're looking for a manager to manage this country and they would want to invest parang sweldo ko, okay, para makarating ako dyan sa pagka-manager, okay. But do it for your country. Do not do it for me. Kasi kung ganun na lang ang takbo ng buhay, hindi na bali matalo ako.
You're
So,
a
What are you
political
doing?
game changer.
sir, what?
Sabi ni Malaki, political game changer.
Well,
What are you?
kilala naman talaga ninyo ako. May mga taga Davao na lang para I will stand by my word.
Namay pa yung mandarin.
Wala na talaga akong I didn't mean really to intrude into the derby. Kasi para sa akin okay man sila except for yung allow si propaganda sa mga tao ni Mata. Which to me was really below the kikita mo na I am forced na because when one is sick, you would want confidentiality. And napapilit ako to come out because people will be digging. Then there will be some rumors. Then you are back with something which you do not want. Pero kung ayaw ko talaga, I will treat Grace as a lady. I just answered. Wala naman akong sinabi sa kanya except yung issue. That's an issue. Pero yung going personal, no? As I have mine, you have yours.
Mayor, mo taga-condition sa mga tao na makatag finance. You
What
will conditions.
condition? I do not know you.
I mean, kanang mga big,
I do not know you.
and then,
So walang condition,
you will
walang
not accept their,
No, I said if you want to invest, I would be somebody siguro would offer to be the treasurer. Then I should give it to him. Do not talk to me because I do not know you.
Sariling sikap nila, Mayor.
Kasi you invest,
On
you want an improvement of the peace and order? You want investors to come in? Invest in it. Invest in your country. Do not invest in it. Tao na ako. Pag namatay ako, yung Vice President, so, invest in the name of your country.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Mayor,
Mayor.
towards the Mayor.
Your plane is waiting.
How do you
Plane, the
describe
chopper
presidency
lang, di ba?
towards the Mayor? How do you describe presidency towards the Mayor?
Well, I said I have crossed the Rubicon. There's no turning back unless I die. Pag nahulog yung helicopter ngayon, wala na.
Thank you, Mayor.
Second is, I will be true to my oath of office as president. I will not promise you heaven, but I will promise you a comfortable life, and I would return to you your streets and also your fear. Lahat kasi ng tao naglalakad sa Maynila, harit, takot, and everything, pagsakay, hold up, barilin, diyan tayo hindi magkaintindihan. Even if it would cost me the presidency or my position or my honor or my life, yan ang deal ko. You have to stop. Alam ko marami ang naghihirap. I will tell you about more how to go about the little money that we have. So Inday takes over for all intents and purposes, inshallah. She's the mayor now kasi wala mang kalaban. So, pati wala mang opposition dito. But I'd rather, alam mo, in the absence of the opposition, I am asking media to be the opposition dito. Media guys, take the place of opposition. Walang opposition. Wala nagpahal sa kapila. Lahat, pati konsehan. So, it is as if there is no election at all. So, alam mo, paski na magkaibigan tayo, hindi tayo pwede magkaintindihan na we cannot never talk about problems. So I'm asking you, in you, be vigilant and watch out, watch government, watch us. Kasi mahirap na yung delikado. Turn over to you.
God bless you, Mayor. God bless you, Lord.
Pwede mag-last picture na Davao Media sa inyo, ha?